You're between the ages of 25 and 30 years old, and you're currently stranded in that room with a piece of paper called certificate that authorizes you to be an obedient employee in the marketplace. Please, hear me and hear me very well. I'm not here to blame you. But I'm here to tell you two things. Number one, I'm here to tell you the thing that nobody has told you. Second, I'm here to offer you a solution on how best you can as well key in the marketplace as a person that has built a capacity. Because capacity builds value. The moment you enter the marketplace as somebody who offers value, the world will welcome you. You will not chase fortune, you'll attract it. So stay with me. Sit down and relax. We're in class, you're learning. Who is speaking before you? By the way, my name is Daniel Kirumira. I'm the founder of WealthWithin Kidz Skool, the school where I don't teach kids. I train CEOs under the age of 19 because I refused to let my kids be the only free ones. I took my kids out of the school system because I wanted a different test of education for them that molds them to be competent, molds them to be creative, assertive, thinkers, leaders, producers, creators in the marketplace, and not obedient employees, not followers, not consumers. Make sense? And then I built WealthWithin Kidz Skool. So I hold the semblance to talk about whatever I'm talking about. Hear me and hear me very well. First, I want to let you know that you do not have a problem. There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong. But because you obeyed to follow the imported school factory system that made you wear an identity that is not yours for 20 plus years, and now you're 25, now you're 30, you have entered the marketplace where you were promised that you will find a job and you've not found one. Now you're asking yourself, but what really went wrong? What happened? You're asking yourself about the time you've wasted feeding on toxic information that is now irrelevant. The confused information you've allowed to enter you for all those years. Please, there is nothing wrong with you. But now because you are the proof of the failed imported school factory system, you are now in the real world, you face the problem. And because you are facing the problem, you need now to find a solution for the problem so that you're in position to thrive, not to survive. Hear me and hear me very well. I think it's fundamentally important us to discuss data here. Let's discuss data. I love speaking data. For example, year 2025, almost 700,000 graduated in Uganda. 700,000. Out of 700,000, it's only 90,000 that landed jobs. 90,000. So 610 remained stranded. They remained with the jobs, but on paper, not in reality. So they are competent in theory. They're competent on paper and not in reality, not in the real world, not in the marketplace. 90,000 gotten opportunities, gotten jobs. And let me go deeper. Out of the 90,000, 80% of the 90,000 landed jobs, but none of their dreams. So in the end, they're unfulfilled. They're not satisfied. So when they click 35, 40, they will be like, but I do not feel myself here. I do not feel myself here. So they will make career U-turns. They have nothing wrong with them. But because they fed on information that has no destiny, they wore identities that aren't theirs. So 610, you're among the 610. I'm going to offer you a solution. Here are the things you need to do. Number one, so that you're in position to beat the 610 that are looking for jobs. so that you beat the 90,000 that gotten the opportunities? How can you sneak in? How can you get in? These are 4 things you need to do. So hear me and hear me very well. Number 1, be ready to unlearn. Unlearn to learn. Unlearning, you have to allow yourself, you have to admit to throw all the information you consumed aside. That piece of paper called certificate that is guaranteeing you to be the obedient employee in the marketplace, that was given you by someone because you sat a 2-hour paper, please allow yourself to throw that paper somewhere. Put it somewhere. And unlearn. When you unlearn, you're creating space for new information that is gonna build capacity in you so that you're in position to become a person of value. The word is information. Let me break it down. Information. Information. So in other words, any education you consume, it has to be forming you into somebody. If it is not forming you into someone, it's toxic information. That's why education must sit on an operating system that is called purpose. Because when your education sits on purpose, then it has a clear sense of direction. Because education is a vehicle, purpose is the destiny. It's a destination. So unlearn and start consuming information that is gonna mold you into a person that holds capacity. Capacity builds value. You will enter the marketplace as a person of value, not as a person that is holding a CV, not as a person that is holding a piece of paper, asking for, begging to be allowed in any space. That is number 1 you need to do. Unlearn. Second, answer this question. Who are you? Who are you? And now, when I talk about who are you, that question doesn't request for your name. That question doesn't request for your age. It requests for that thing that is built in you, that is already in you, that you need to discover. And after discovering, you give it to the world. So answering that question is giving you your purpose. When you find your purpose, you'll find your flow. Now that purpose question had to be answered when you are age 3, when you are age 4, age 8, age 10. They didn't, because they also held their belief in the imported school factory system that has ended you where you are. Purpose. How do you discover purpose? Purpose is the intersection of these 4 things. Number 1, what's your passion? What do you love? Find that thing that you love, list it down. Second, what can you do? You love it, fine. You love cooking. Can you cook? If you found what you love, tick. What you can you do it? Tick. Second, does the world need it? Because who you are inside is a solution to the world problem. The world is just filled with problems. And whatever you're having, call it a gift, call it talent, call it treasure, call it love, passion, whatsoever. It's a solution to the world's problem. Purpose without a problem, it's just a nice feeling. It's just a nice feeling. So identify a problem in the real world, then align it with your purpose, and then tick. So now you have what you love, you can do it, and there is a world problem you can solve with that, so tick. Lastly, can you be paid for it? What can you be paid for? So if it is cooking you love, if it is cooking you can do, if it is cooking, there is a problem you can solve with cooking, then are there people who can pay you because you're solving that problem? So when you tick those 4 boxes, you found your purpose, you found your flow. So answer that question, who are you? Next, kill invisibility. Kill invisibility. Be visible. Allow yourself, allow the world to see how special you are, how talented you are, how gifted you are. Because your treasure lies in your talent. Your gold lies in your gift. Your profit lies in your passion. But no tree eats its own fruit. So because you've acknowledged your talent, because you've acknowledged your passion, because you've acknowledged that skill you are so competent at, guess what? You can't consummate. You allow yourself to pick that gadget in your wallet, in your pocket, called a smartphone, and go before the camera. Tell the world about who you are. Let the world see you, acknowledge you. Because guess what? Data shows that the big number of people that have landed opportunities, that have landed jobs, they didn't land so because they sat down and they sent CVs through portals. They landed so through people. And people have to know you. People have to see you. Invisibility is silent tax that kills your talent. Silent tax that stops your money. So you need to be visible. Attention is the new currency. If you are not known, you'll not be in the flow. Am I speaking to somebody? Am I speaking to somebody? So go, be visible. Let the world acknowledge you. Let the world welcome you. You understand? That is third. Fourth. A lot of people have not. I understand you've not been trained to do what I'm going to share with you, but it's a principle or it's a thing you need to embrace so that you're in position to enter the marketplace and be valuable and let the world welcome you. I call it I call it double C. Embrace the double C. Contribute. The word is contribution. So after building capacity, now contribute. Contribute. What do I mean by this? There is a law of reciprocity, where you do something good first to someone and then they feel they have to pay you back. You've not begged them to pay you back, but you've done something good for them first, and then you make them feel that I need to pay this person back. You've not requested. So take your skill, take your passion, take that gift, take that talent you've acknowledged, take your purpose you've acknowledged, and go out to contribute. For example, let's imagine you've acknowledged that you're a very good photographer, you're a very good videographer. Go online, look at media channels that are growing, because we're living in the content era. Look at media channels that are growing. Pick one, pick two, pick three. You can pick one, and guess what? Do this. Look at their content. After looking at their content, reach out to them. Reach out to that main guy running that media company. Make sense? And they ask, sir, madam, I have reviewed your content. This is what I've seen. Your content is good, but it doesn't hook people's attention. And because it doesn't hook people's attention, it doesn't retain their attention. When it doesn't retain their attention, there are no action people are going to take, which action converts into money. So that is where you are. The content is not hooking attention, the content is not retaining attention, and the content is not converting the people to take an action that brings in money. So this is the figure you are losing per month because you are not doing this. And I'm here to solve that problem for you, to create content that hooks attention, that retains attention, and converts people to take an action that brings in money. And because you'll bring in money, now you'll hit this figure. That's what I can do for you, and I'm going to do it for free. I just want to contribute to the growth of this company. I want to contribute. The word is contribute. You're not going in now with a CV. You're not going in with that piece of paper called certificate. You're going in with capacity. You're going in with value. And the world welcomes value. Am I speaking sense to somebody? So guess what? No guy will leave you go. Because you've gone, you've entered with the evidence. You've not entered with the feelings. Now the challenge we're having today, that the imported school factory system has molded young boys and girls with a fake promise of getting employed. And when they enter the marketplace, they realize that there are too many. And the job market is limited. It has limited opportunities. Guess what? They start to enter into the job market with the feelings. Please, my mom, please, please. See, don't enter the job market with emotions. Enter with evidence. So what I'm teaching you is to build evidence, build the capacity, have evidence, front value. When you front value, you will be allowed in. No person will push you when you do what I've just told you. Make sense? And guess what? We are not yet done. When they allow you in, because you're contributing, do more. Be hungry. Be the craziest guy in the room. Because remember, you are leveraging on your talent. You are leveraging on your passion. You're leveraging on the thing you do best. Nobody can beat you there. So contribute, give exactly what you promised. And guess what? They're watching you. The guy is watching you. The MD is watching you. Before you know it all, your name is going to cross to the boardroom. It's going to be discussed there. And the moment your name gets a seat in the boardroom, guess what is going to happen? They'll be like, young man, young woman, you're now on payroll. 2 million a month. Why? Because you are contributing to the growth of the company. Does that make sense? So are you seeing how you are getting off the one that was paid? Because you have brought in value, which value is growing the company. The word is contribution. But now we are having a challenge that people are not willing to give. They are only willing to take. And I will take it back to the imported school factory system. People have not been nurtured to give first before they take. So they want to take, consume. They aren't producers, they aren't creators, they aren't thinkers. Do not be like that, because you are learning from Daniel Kirumira. So, unlearn to learn. Answer the purpose question of who are you? Be visible, then contribute. When you do those 4 things, you're going to be having a seat in the marketplace. You'll have a seat in the marketplace. Please, I remain DK. I'm just your boy. I am the CEO installer. I train kids under the age of 19 to be CEOs, not employees. And if you're interested in knowing more about our wealth within methodology, all you need to know is to send the word wealth within methodology to +256 47 37 6256. My team will be in position to share with you details. Cheers. Good luck.